All right. I'm going to turn on the heat in here because it's a little cool, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
let's get rolling.
It's that time again. Time for the all-new Culture Cast, which begins right now.
Welcome back, everyone, to the all-new Culture Cast. I'm your host, Nick, and with me tonight is the one, the only.
The Gorehound reporting live from the graveyard.
Hey, Gorehound. It's good to see you.
Yes, yes. Good to see you too. Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday. Yes,
Praise
we are
be to
recording.
Thor.
Praise be to oh yeah, because it is Thor's day. That's true.
It is. Amen, amen.
Not our mutual friend Thor from Thor's Hour of Thunder, but
Yeah, we gave
Norse
him his start. Okay, he would not be successful. It was not for us.
I don't think that's true, but
I
I
think
will
so.
take credit for it. Yeah. So.
Bring it.
So tonight, originally we were talking about doing Madam Web, but no one actually watched it. So,
Yeah.
so instead we're pivoting, and we're talking about a couple of trailers that have just been released for some bigger movies, and yeah, we're kind of going to go into that about all that. But
Can we just
before,
throw our thoughts and prayers up for Cuz?
oh yes,
The devil is with him tonight. He's struggling. Thoughts and prayers for him.
tots and chairs. Yeah, Cuz was supposed to be here, but I guess he had a rough day, so he's stepping out tonight, which is fine. I'll never forgive him.
The devil gets to us sometimes.
I made him watch Star Trek Section 31 the other week, so he might be recovering from that. Which, interesting enough, I'm going to bring that up, I think, a little bit later on tonight based on one of the trailers I watched. But we'll go from there. But before we jump into anything big, Gorehound, do you have a man crush of the week?
Man crush.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw in Chip Gaines from HGTV Fixer Upper. He's a hunk of a man, and I love him.
What is it every week that you say something that I vehemently disagree with you? Obviously I don't know them, but I cannot stand the Gaines. They just seem like the phoniest of phonies, and everything I've heard about them sounds like they're absolute trash people.
Oh my gosh, the worst of the worst. I couldn't stand to be around them, but God, do I love Chip when he smiles. Joanne is a lucky girl to have Chip with him.
I won't say any more comments about the Chip Gaines, about the Gaines. I know they probably have like a secret mafia that goes after people. But
yeah. Joanna's in Target. She has Target money. No DEI for them.
Which is interesting because she's a minority.
Yeah. Let's get those hashtags in here. Should we bring them some COVID misinformation to get us really flagged?
No, let's not do that. Let's not. But I don't know how long our discussion is going to be tonight. But Gorehound, I'm going to resurrect really quickly, jumping in on this.
Yeah.
A very old, not topic, segment of our show.
What's our segment?
What have you been watching?
What have you been watching?
What have I been watching?
Remember we used to do that way back in the day.
I do. I got yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, I know you emailed me. Emailed me. Who emails? You texted me the other night about something you were going on about, and it seemed interesting. So you said best movie of the year.
Oh my God, I forgot. Yeah, I finished it the other day, and I don't get it. I don't know if it was the weed or whatnot, but this was the best thing I've seen in a long time. And I want to look more into it. It's called Lake Michigan Monster.
I looked it
And-
up after you messaged. I was like, this is interesting.
Yeah, because I originally just started watching it because it had Lake Michigan, and we are in a geographic vicinity of it. And it turned out to be, I don't know if it's a low budget, but like it just kept on hitting me every single like 5 minutes. I was just like, oh, that's so good. And I was like, this can't be a low budget. Like this is so good. Yeah, I was about to like put it on repeat. I don't know why I get this way, but yeah, I would recommend that to anybody.
I saw it was on Tubi. Is that where you watched it?
Prime.
Prime? Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, and then I looked into it. There's a movie popular right now called Hundreds of Beavers.
Never heard of it.
2022 film, but it's got the same guy from it. Ryland Twos is his name. Like the main actor in them, and I think the like kind of like the Quentin Tarantino of the movie.
Okay.
So yeah, and because I saw the cover of Hundreds of Beavers, and it just looked dumb, stupid thing like that sloth movie, that sloth slasher, Sloth House, I think.
Never heard of it.
It just looks like a very self-aware, dumb horror comedy. But no, I think that there might be more to this Hundreds of Beavers that I'm going to check out. But yeah, Lake Michigan Monster. Watch that as soon as you can and tell me how wrong I am.
No, it looks interesting. It looks like it's in black and white, right?
Yeah, it's
So it's like a throwback kind of a movie.
right. And it's got just some cool effects to it, and yeah, so check it out.
I'm going to put that on my list to watch. It sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Sounds interesting.
I might try to get the girl to watch it with me tonight again.
Before I forget, Gorehound, happy early birthday.
Yes. Thank you.
This is probably going to go up either right before your birthday or on your birthday.
Yeah.
So happy birthday there.
Yeah, praise be. I'm the big 3-0. 30 years old.
That is not true. No, that cannot be true.
No, I don't know. You got to ask the girl what age.
You don't even know how old you are.
I don't know. I don't care.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So what have you been watching?
The other day, the Kiwi and I wanted to. Well, I suggested let's watch like a retro movie, like an 80s or 90s film. And she's like, "What do you want to watch?" And we kept throwing out suggestions, and it was either something she had seen or I hadn't seen, or something I had seen that she hadn't seen. And eventually we said, let's find something we've not have seen. And we kept trying to suggest things. Of course, none of the 17 streaming services we have had. Until we settled on the movie Say Anything with John Cusack, which is probably best known for him holding up the boombox.
Yeah.
Kiwi and I had never seen it before, so we're like, let's check it out. I gotta say, I wasn't the biggest fan of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it was fine, but like people like rave about it, and that sequence where he's holding up the boombox, I thought like, oh, that's gonna be a big part of the movie. It's so iconic, everyone knows it. I thought like that'll be at the end of the movie, and she comes to him, they fall in love, and it's like, no, it's not. It's just like a random part of the movie. Not much attention's brought to it, so I was really surprised by that.
Yeah.
But
Better Off Dead was released. Better Off Dead was 85, and Say Anything was 89. And I feel like Better Off Dead is far superior to Say Anything.
I've heard good things. I do want to check that one out eventually.
Yeah,
I want to make an effort of watching more 80s and 90s films, ones I've missed.
Oh yeah. Better Off Dead is really. You've seen the original Buffy the Vampire
No,
Slayer?
I haven't. I've never seen. I've seen a couple clips of the show, but I've never watched a Buffy thing.
Okay, the movie. Well,
Yeah.
no, that's one of the Graveyard Queen's favorites that we watch pretty on a regular basis. I've got the DVD. I'll loan it to you sometime. But yeah, that's a good one that stands up.
Does she like the show?
We've never seen the show.
Which is interesting. If you like the movie, you'd want to watch the show.
Yeah, I'm trying to get her on to Bewitched. I want to like watch some of those,
From the 60s?
but I can't convince her to watch those. I'm trying.
Get your little one in on it.
Yeah. Yeah, because when we watched all of the original Addams Family, that was so heartwarming and just like nostalgic and just like really cool to watch that all. And so I would like to fit this one in.
My youngest, we're trying to get him off watching like cartoons all the time, which we're not against cartoons, but there are other live action stuff. And the big thing that they love big time now is Urkel.
Well,
Steve
like,
Urkel.
okay.
Family Matters.
Yeah.
They think, especially my youngest, thinks Urkel is the most hilarious thing in the world.
Yeah.
Anything he does is just hysterical. King of comedy right there.
Yeah.
My wife tried to get them to watch Full House, which they like Full House. Oh man, that's a chore to watch for me. But
Yeah. I bet that they would like
Urkel's still
Good
pretty good.
Burger. Good Burger. I bet they would like.
Yeah, I the movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet they would. I know the Kiwi would love to watch Good Burger again.
Yeah.
Because she that was her. She grew up with that. I did not because I didn't have cable. But
Yeah.
But yeah, good stuff.
Yeah. Better Off Dead. Far superior to Say Anything. Say Anything really is just doesn't hit you as hard. It doesn't really hit you hard. And I think it's just that scene is just so iconic that it like keeps the movie popular.
John Mahoney is in the movie. He plays the dad of the love interest. I can't think of what her name is, but this is like just a few short years before Frasier, and he looks so much younger in that movie. Which, granted, he is, but he's not that much younger. Like he looks like decades younger in that movie than he does in Frasier. So I don't know if that's makeup they used in Frasier to make him seem older or what. But
yeah. And Jeremy Piven is in that.
Yeah, he has a small cameo in there. Eric Stoltz. And yeah.
Did you ever watch the Jeremy Piven show?
Entourage?
Yeah.
I never did, no.
Oh man, that was
I've heard it's like a male Sex in the City.
It is. I occasionally I'll just be like, I want to rewatch all of that. But then I'm like, because it was so dated. It was so of its time that I'm not sure if it would keep my interest as much. And there's just a lot more fun stuff to watch right now.
Yeah. The only other thing I got going on is my ongoing battle with Hasbro's toy company.
Yeah.
What's
that?
So I purchased. I talked a little bit about this before. It was a what do they call it? They call it a HasLab, and they did a Ghostbusters Ghost Trap.
Yeah, you mentioned.
I got right here.
Awesome.
And when I got my first one, it didn't work. The volume wasn't working on it. So I contacted them and they said, send us a video of the volume not working. So I did. And they said, all right, send us the trap back and send us the trap carrier. I asked them, what do you mean? And they said, what came with it was like a thing that you put on your belt so you could like hook the thing on and like have it like a holster.
Sure.
I said, all right, I'll send it. Nothing was wrong with it, but I didn't want to not send and them saying, oh, you didn't send back everything you need to send back.
Yeah.
So I did.
So what was wrong with it?
The volume wasn't working. It was like super low, like you could not hear it.
Sure.
And the other week they sent back the trap and it's working. It's fine. It's wonderful. I can hear it so great. But they didn't send back the holster.
Yeah.
So I call them the following day, and I'm like, hey, you didn't send back my holster. And they're like, why did you send it to us? I'm like, you told me to.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, oh. And she's looking through the notes like, yeah, we did. I don't know why we said you to send it back. Like, well, I thought that was weird. Like, oh, well, let's check if we have any more of those in stock, and I'll let you know if we could send you one. Otherwise, you just send back the whole thing, and then we'll send you out a new one. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I just got this fixed. I don't want, no. But luckily, she emailed me back later on the day, said, is this the item that you need? And they took a picture, like, yes, that's it. And it's like,
that's
okay,
fun.
great. We will send that to you in 7 to 10 business days. I'm like, okay, awesome. So eventually I will have everything that I'm owed after buying this thing a year and a half ago, and it now just arriving. So
I love the level of nerddom that you have taken this. Just you are taking it as
Hey,
far as
this-
you can.
this costs a pretty penny. It also came with the PKE meter.
Yeah.
And if I'm spending this much money on something that was, I don't want to say custom made, but like you
Yeah.
can't get this in stores. You can only get it during the crowdfunding time.
Right.
Like I want it, and I want it done correctly. I don't want a crappy version or something that doesn't work.
Yeah.
Give me what I'm owed. You have my money. So
That is cool.
that's my life. But
Yeah.
all right.
I also we just finished the first season of Yellow Jackets.
Oh yeah, I heard good things.
And we binged that pretty hard. I think within a week we finished the first season because it was very enthralling. It's a great story. The character development is just unbelievable. It's a lot of fun. It keeps you wondering and thinking. And they really are building this out to be multiple seasons, which is really cool. Because like you're not always just waiting to see like what happened. It's like there's like a lot of intermediate steps to it, which is really cool. So yeah, we've been really enjoying it a lot, and all the actresses are fantastic.
I've heard it's really good.
Yeah, I'm gonna get Paramount Plus so that we can watch the rest of it, because we there's not a whole lot that we can't find that we watch like really well, and that's one of them. And so I'm like, let's go all in.
And if you get Paramount Plus, you could start watching Star Trek.
Yeah, that was the second reason.
And all the Ninja Turtle cartoons you can consume.
Yeah.
So, alrighty. Well, you ready to jump into? We're going to talk about, I think, 2 or 3 trailers that just dropped of some upcoming movies that we're sort of anticipating, I guess. We're talking about Fantastic Four, Jurassic World, and maybe we'll talk a little Thunderbolts in there, because it was a Super Bowl and they released all these in conjunction with it.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you want to do first?
No, I didn't know that you had watched the Thunderbolts one. Because I did also, out of interest. Yeah, I just watched it, and it was a bit more illuminating.
Are you talking about Thunderbolts?
Yeah, but I can't find it in my history. But I did watch the Friendship trailer with
Oh yes,
Paul Rudd and Tim Robinson, which look,
man,
I don't know, but I mean it's going to be fantastic.
It's such a weird trailer because it's a comedy, but the trailer frames it like it's a thriller or like a drama.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and Yeah, I mean Tim Robinson and Paul Rudd, you just can't go wrong.
No, that's I have high hopes for that. When's that coming out? When's that coming out?
Let's see. Uh, May.
Okay. I would like to see that one sooner rather than later if possible.
Yeah. Yeah. And did I tell you guys to watch the Summoning Salt videos? Summoning Salt.
Yeah, they said it's the video game one, right?
Right. You didn't watch
Yeah, I
any of
haven't
it?
had a chance. No, I forgot. I was going to give it a shot, but I didn't. I'm the worst.
I watched the weirdest shit, you know. Summoning Salt is they just go this guy goes through world records of speed runs in just these games and it's just enthralling. So, but no, so Jurassic World.
Okay.
Yeah. That
Rebirth.
yeah, it just looks like there's very little thought that has been put into the series, and I think it just starts out bad with ScarJo. I just don't see her. I've never really liked the girl. Like, I just don't think she's a good actress. Thoughts?
For shame. In my opinion, there hasn't been a good Jurassic Park film since 1993.
Yeah.
And to be fair, though, I haven't seen the last two. But it's like I don't what are we doing at this point? Like in the last movie, from what I understand, dinosaurs are running amok around the world, but now I guess all of a sudden they're not. So they put that genie back in the bottle, and it's like I mean I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't get excited about it. It's like we're on the island again. It's a new island. It's a different island than we were in before.
Right, but it's like the original one. And I just feel like there's so much to clarify with it that at whatever point that you have clarified it, it's like not even worth it because it's like you just I don't see how there is like one like bigger monster, but like it's just not enough to bring anybody to it because honestly, the only draw for this movie is ScarJo, and I just don't think that she is that big of a draw in this role.
Well, who else is in that movie? There's the guy who's supposed to be Blade, but that movie's never going to get made. I can't think of his name. I know he's like an Academy Award winner.
No. Oh, Mahershala Ali. Yeah,
yes,
he is.
That's it.
That is Blade. I did not recognize him in that. Yeah. Yeah. Jonathan Bailey of Wicked and Bridgerton. So
Mr.
already
Bridgerton.
it's got nothing. But
it's interesting that they're calling this movie Jurassic World Rebirth as opposed to Jurassic Park. Like now there are more Jurassic World movies than there are Jurassic Park movies. I wonder because like this is supposed to be a new series not connected to the previous ones, so like a new trilogy if this movie's successful, which it probably will be because people love their dinosaurs. I'm surprised they didn't go with like Jurassic Universe or I don't know. That's a bad one, but I don't. They didn't call it something else. But I don't know. Maybe branding. But
I think are all of the Jurassic Worlds chronological? Like they're that's pretty cool. Like that they're not like splitting timelines.
God.
Of the Jurassic universe.
I mean, not yet. Maybe they'll do a prequel or a
Triassic Park.
Triassic Park. Well, I guess they're not even doing parks anymore. The park's long gone. But I don't know, Jurassic Nature. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I mean it's ready for a crossover with Godzilla. I mean, or Kong, Jurassic, or what's that Pacific Rim crossover? Like
Oh yeah, I don't.
something because I don't know. Maybe there's a big surprise at the end where like who's the big monster that's gonna come next? It's Godzilla.
I would be surprised if they go that route, but you know what? Why not? At this point, you're 7 movies in. Just do
Right.
whatever.
Chris Pratt is apparently well. I don't know why he isn't coming back because I felt like him and that girl were pretty big draws for the last three. Um,
I guess they decided to go with another MCU star instead.
yeah.
But you know, I bet you 10 to 1, if this does well and they do sequels, there'll be one movie where they do a mega crossover, where the original stars will meet with the Jurassic World stars, will meet with.
Wasn't that just in the last one?
Yeah, they'll do it again. They'll do it
Yeah.
again. Because you know they'll need some reason, like this would be like Jurassic World Generations.
Oh, a robot T-Rex where they used robots and they just remake Godzilla v Kong as a Jurassic World derivative. That I would watch. I would go to the theaters for that one.
You would.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I take back my original thought. This looks like trash. Just garbage.
You know, it'll make like $1 billion, I bet.
Have you seen any of the like past three Jurassics?
Yeah, I saw the Jurassic World. It was our first episode, and I haven't seen the Dominion or Fallen Kingdom.
Yeah, same.
So I don't know. We'll see. Again, I'm sure it'll do well. People like Scarlett Johansson, and people like the Jurassic series. So it'll.
I'm gonna watch the last two just to give them some due diligence. You know, I wouldn't mind seeing a T-Rex. That'd be fun.
I'm sure you will.
Some raptor action. So,
I'm sure they'll have all the standards. They're running from all the, what do you call it? All the I don't even know, but yeah, it'll all be there. I'll be there. I don't know. I don't care. I do not care.
Yep.
But we'll see.
We'll save the Fantastic Four for last. What was the third one?
Thunderbolts.
Yeah. So who did we see in the
Wait,
latest?
can I put a before we go there? Can I go back to Jurassic World for a second?
Yeah,
I will say this.
You don't want to drop it just yet.
No, I do want to say this. I want to be fair. I have seen another part of Jurassic Media, and that is the Netflix show Jurassic Park or Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous.
Right.
And I gotta say, my kids were into it for a little while there. That's pretty good. I was getting in. I want to go back and rewatch it because we got like 3 seasons in and they just stopped caring about the show. So I'm like, I want to know what happened. Because it's a continuing storyline.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I want to know where this goes. So, there, yeah, that's a good thing.
Right.
So,
yeah.
Anyway, not Jurassic. Thunderbolts, new trailer, looked good.
Yes.
Needs more color though.
Yeah.
I'm so tired of like the bland gray.
Yeah. No. So we see Sentry in this like. I don't exactly know the premise. I know the characters we're expecting to see. I imagine that the post-credit scene is going to be the Red Hulk, but we'll save that for Cuz.
When it becomes Dark Avengers.
Right. But no, like I love so many people in this cast that it's awesome.
Um,
Wait,
yeah, it looks
judging
fun.
from, go ahead.
No, I say it looks fun. It's like Marvel's Suicide Squad, which was Star Trek's Section 31, which was Suicide Squad done very, very poorly.
Okay.
But no, yeah, it looks fun. It looks like it'll be. It looks good. I'm looking forward to it. I'm
Yeah,
curious to see what surprises they'll have.
it looks fresh, and it just looks like there's a lot of things that are going to be a surprise. Um, like, so who do we have in the Thunderbolts?
We have Florence Pugh.
You. Right. Which I think she has she's going to be with the universe for a long time.
Yeah. We got David Harbour, who I have a feeling may not make it out alive of this one. We got U.S. Agent,
right,
who was not Captain America.
Right.
We got Bucky.
Mm-hmm. And then Taskmaster.
And Ghost.
Yeah. Yeah, Taskmaster, I'm still upset that like they wasted that villain on just a supporting character, because I feel like Taskmaster is one of the better villains in this arena.
It's definitely an interesting villain, that's for sure.
Villain being, you think it's Sentry? Taskmaster being a villain.
In general, yeah. Because like the whole deal with Taskmaster in the comics, he's a guy. In the movies, they made it into a woman, which is fine. But the idea is that she is able to mimic any hero and be able to counter them.
Mm-hmm.
And like that could have been a villain on its own. It's its own main villain in a movie.
Right.
But instead, Taskmaster became a goon of another villain who was, I don't remember who the bad guy was, but
yeah. So I think that's just a waste of a character. That's a carryover from the previous movies. But I think based on comments and theories I've seen, this is that Taskmaster or Ghost don't make it out.
Yeah, Taskmaster has not been in a lot of the previews, so either something big happens to them or they get off like right away.
Yeah.
So looks like the villain. I mean, it's already been hinted that the villain is going to be Sentry.
Yeah.
And Sentry's such a. I tried to read up about Sentry on the Wikipedia and a couple different things, and I think I was more confused afterwards than I was before, because like his origin is. Do you know much about Sentry?
From what I've interpreted, he's pretty much just a Marvel Superman.
Yeah. So he's like a Marvel Superman, but the idea was that he was always around, but then someone made the world and universe forget about him. So like when you see the old like comics from the 60s, he was always supposed to be there, but because everyone's memory got erased, he never participated. But then that may not be true, and he has like a split personality. He's Sentry, and he's also this villain called the Void.
The Void, yes.
And like if Sentry exists, the Void exists, and it's just I'm maybe it makes sense if I read the books, but I've no idea what was happening. But
yeah. You remember the first Dragon Heart, when the dragon shared his heart with the villain, and so in order to kill the villain, they had to kill the dragon too.
Well, I've never seen Dragonheart, so spoilers.
Oh.
Thanks for that. I was going to watch that after we're done here. Now I don't have to.
Man, as a child, that one hit me hard in the feels. Man, that was a tearjerker for me.
Like when the unicorn died, and was it a unicorn or a horse in the Never-Ending Story? Went into the quicksand.
Oh yeah, not Falcor Atreyu. What was the horse's name?
What is the horse's
You got ChatGPT
name in
up.
Never-Ending Story? Artax.
Artax.
Artax, is that how you say it?
Okay.
I wonder if that movie's streaming anywhere. Never-Ending Story streaming. Nowhere, of course, unless you want to pay for it.
And you remember Return to Oz?
Yes.
Man, that is a movie that needs to be forgotten. Just like that was a trip.
I was wondering, should I show my kids that one?
No.
Or are they too young for that still? That freak them out too much.
I am too young for that.
It's on Disney Plus. That means it's okay. But anyway, yeah. The trailer was good. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I guarantee you I won't be able to see it until it comes to Disney Plus because I won't be able to. Simple as that. But
Oh man, that
Yeah.
May. Okay, it's May.
May.
That's pretty cool.
It's gonna be May.
No,
yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I would try to see this in theaters, because of Florence Pugh and David Harbour, are significant attractions for me. Yeah, I even just busted out my Midsummer shirt.
Now, so this is the end of Phase 6 of.
What do you think
Phase
of
5.
the U.S. agent? What do you think of his character now?
I'm curious where he's going to go because I'm a big Captain America fan, so I know all about U.S. Agent. And in the comics, he's a bit of a dick, but they didn't make him like a dick so much in the show.
Right. Oh, okay.
He seems more. I mean, he had his bad moments, of course, in the show, but he seems more relatable and just kind of like a regular. I'm the average Joe. It's like, oh no, this is not good. So I like the actor. Isn't that Kurt Russell's kid?
Yeah.
So I'm happy to see him here. It's a shame, like the Thunderbolts, they're just using that name and just putting random characters together because in the comics, none of those people are Thunderbolts. But like Hawkeye leads them at various points. So, I think it's going to be a fun movie. I look forward to eventually watching that. David Harbour's always great. Florence Pugh is pretty good in pretty much everything. The whole cast is it's solid. And Julia Louis-Dreyfus. Something big I think should happen. It is the end of this phase of Marvel movies, but I don't think the phases mean anything anymore. So,
I am gonna push back. While I'm not like a Thunderbolts person, I would say I have a familiarity with it, and I feel like this cast of heroes are pretty iconic for the Thunderbolts.
I mean, yeah, I could see them being on the team and whatnot, but I think traditionally none of them usually are. But it doesn't matter. They're doing their own thing at this point.
No, I'm happy with this cast of actors and actresses and characters for this. And David Harbour, I feel like he can hop into any movie for however long he wants and have a huge impact.
Oh yeah. He was in
like they won't kill him off.
No,
No.
I could see it going either way. Let me just say like this. if they do end up killing him, it'll be like a sacrificial thing at the end of the movie to save everyone.
Okay.
It will be done like, it won't be like, he won't be cannon fodder. It'll be like, I must save you all, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if that happens, but I could equally see them not killing him so they could use him in other things.
Yeah.
Um,
For such a
the-
god as he is.
I mean, he brings in every role I've seen him in. Like he had a small role in one of the James Bond movies. This was pre Stranger Things, and the movie was terrible. This particular Bond movie was terrible, but he was memorable in it. It's
Yeah.
just a small little role, and he plays like a CIA agent who's like, yep, I'm here.
I love seeing actors and actresses before they made it big in movies.
Yeah. All right. That's that. What's a final one here? Fantastic Four?
Yeah. Yeah, you guys
Fantastic Four!
said that this looked like trash.
I was in our text chain. I was over exaggerating, but I don't know. It looks fine.
Yeah.
Like it didn't hit me one way or another.
Okay. I'm pretty excited about it because I feel like it's such a fresh start that the story can be molded any which way, and having that flexibility is going to make the movie great. Like they don't have to abide by anything else. They can fit it into the Marvel universe however they want. And that's pretty cool.
It's I do like the 60s aesthetic that they use. So I'm confused. Does it supposed to take place in the 1960s?
I don't think
another world where the 60s, we never moved beyond the 60s.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't think we can even hypothesize about that because of all of the factors.
Gorehound, this is the internet. We can hypothesize everything we want.
Like this can be in a different dimension. They can travel back in time. We have Dr. Doom possibly being the same person as Tony Stark. Like, it's just going to be, they can explain this however they want, and we just have to, like, take it, and we will. Yeah, in the latest trailer, I think that they just revealed Doom for the first time on screen.
In the trailer?
And he didn't have a cape.
Which, I didn't catch that.
Yeah, it was at the three-quarter section of it, because I paused it at a few times because I was really looking to see if it really was trash, and like I was like, this looks fine to me. Like it looks like 60s CGI, and like I've always thought that these characters were a bit phony. Like I've never liked the Rock guy. Invisible Woman can go invisible. Mr. Stretch and the Human Torch, like.
Did you call him Mr. Stretch?
Yeah.
You mean Mr. Fantastic?
Yeah, like I don't care about their powers. It's more about them as a family and the interconnectedness of them as a team, and like bringing on new members and being. Yeah. Reed Richards, I think, is pivotal to the Fantastic Four, and I think that with Pedro Pascal and as that character, like, I'm excited to see where he goes with it.
Some of the CGI looked a little dodgy. Like the Thing, it didn't blend well with the environment that he was around. I don't think. So hopefully, they still have time to work on the movie, of course. So hopefully that'll get smoothed over by then. So,
sure.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out.
Their costumes look like perfect for this
What they're going for.
generation of the Fantastic Four, because there's been so many iterations of them. Like, I don't know what's what. Yeah, and the only time I've really read them was when they had like fun new characters, like She-Hulk was like joining the cast or something.
Maybe they'll bring She-Hulk in a future Fantastic Four movie. They can do that now.
Yeah, and I would watch it in a heartbeat. But yeah, yeah, I'm excited for this, and I don't see it as really trash at all or any pessimism about it, because I don't know anything. I don't know much. Like, I don't own any Fantastic Four comics.
I mean, it's probably going to be pretty good. The characters look good. It's a good cast. I was just kind of being overly dramatic, but I don't know. People are like raving about it online. I'm like, it's fine. I mean, outside of the look, it just seemed like generic.
I think it took a step back from what we have been seeing with like Avengers Endgame, where it's just over the top. And this just looks like they're wearing some actual the costumes do look a little bit jumpsuity, but like maybe that's just what they like. Who am I to judge?
I mean, I do like I do like the look of the film. I can't deny that, but
marketing is just gonna go bonkers with the 4, which is pretty cool. I'll probably buy a sweater with the 4 on it, but you don't have to convince me very hard.
Alrighty. Any other final thoughts on Fantastic Four First Steps? First step.
We're gonna be seeing Galactus in here. It honestly, I don't know if it's like a big role, because I don't. Obviously, the 2 big villains that we're seeing in this is Doom and Galactus. And yeah, like I know Doom well.
Well, I wonder how much I bet you if Doom is in this, he's not going to be in it much. I think they'll try to set him up, and this I have nothing to go on. This is just my own thoughts. I'm guessing Galactus is going to be the main villain.
Oh, Silver Surfer is in this too.
That's true. She is.
And that looks like trash. I will say that. I saw the costume in a freeze frame, and I was not digging it.
Oh, really? I didn't see that one. Let's see. Silver Surfer First Steps. Let's see what comes up here. Would they have any images? Images. I'm not seeing anything except I see some fan-made stuff, so I don't know if that's how legit any of that is.
It was like blocky.
Huh. Well, maybe I'll look a little bit more later and see what comes up, but yeah. Well, either way, there's that, and then I know John Malkovich is playing a villain in here.
Yeah.
I think some people say he's going to be the Mole Man. I don't know if that's true. Let's see, Fantastic Four role. Some people think he's playing a character called Red Ghost. I don't know anything about Red ghost, other than according to Google here. He's a Soviet scientist who replicates a team's space accident and gains the ability to turn intangible. So there's that.
Okay.
So we'll see how all this plays out, but I don't know. We'll see. It can't be any worse than the one in 2015 with Miles Teller and Michael B. Jordan.
Okay. I found it.
Oh, the image?
Yeah.
Message me. Do it now.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Oh, that's
Wait.
that's not a real trailer. That's
Was I duped?
AI. You were totally duped.
No, I what?
No. That
Oh my.
that looks like AI.
Oh my gosh. And that's probably why I thought that I saw Doom. Because, yeah, there's Doom. God damn.
Screen culture.
Man, I'm humiliated.
Yeah, and it says watch our trailer to Screen Culture concept for the
Man.
upcoming Marvel Studios movie.
All right. I've watched too many videos today. All right, retract that.
Tisk. Shame on you.
Yeah, so we haven't actually seen Doom in this. But I did watch the original trailer because this one was released yesterday. My thoughts on the Fantastic Four trailer do still stand because I did watch it. So
They didn't show any of Reed's stretching powers. I'm surprised. Maybe they're still working on it.
yeah.
Maybe they'll finally make it look good after multiple attempts. I'm not the. I actually don't mind the original Fantastic Four movies with Chris Evans.
Yeah.
I don't think they're that bad. I mean, they're not great, but like for what they are.
Yeah, like I never cared about Fantastic Four, so I never really gave them the time of day because I thought their abilities were just dumb. Like you can stretch, okay.
There was a Superman comic back in the 80s where they parody the Fantastic Four, where these scientists go up in a spaceship and get like very similar
effects. Yeah.
Similar powers, but like instead of like saying like we have all these powers, they like have like horrible, they like die horrible ways. And like they're just like mutated and are like miserably and in like just pure suffering.
Yeah. No.
It probably would really happen. So.
Any other trailers you've watched?
Nothing that immediately comes to mind.
Yeah.
What about you?
I watched the newest Superman trailer from it's Screen Culture. So
probably not true.
I'm looking at it now, and it's take a look at our and
tisk.
Yeah, my YouTube search history is nothing but garbage right now. So
mostly pictures of feet.
So yeah, I think that wraps it up. Unless you got any other topics of discussion.
No, I think that's it. I'm going to try to search for a TV in my house. I used to have a TV that was like a smaller one.
Yeah.
And I was trying to find it because I want to see if I could do something with it, but I can't find it. I don't know where it is. I'm at a complete loss of where it got taken to. I see the stand for it,
Yeah.
like that came with it, but I don't see the actual TV itself.
Oh man,
So
just give it 2 days and you'll remember like that.
yeah, like did we get rid of it? I mean, it's possible, but we have another smaller TV that we
Yeah.
kept. So
What are you gonna do with it?
I'm doing some experimentation with it. I'm trying to see if trying to hook my laptop up to it because I want to take it somewhere.
Yeah.
And the other TV we have is obviously our main TV is way too big to like just move around. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
Well, yeah. Yeah. May the odds be ever in your favor. And again, because you are in our thoughts and prayers, keep up the good work.
Well, maybe he'll join us next week when we watch Twilight. And all right. Well, I guess that's all I got there. Gorehound, always a
Love
pleasure.
Love it.
And again, happy birthday.
Yeah. The big
And
3-0. All right.
Rio.
I'm turning 31. Okay.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense. Yeah. You know, it's weird. We went to you were an undergrad when I was in grad school, and back 15 years ago.
Yeah.
You were a prodigy.
First season of All New Culture Cast. Then.
It wasn't even all new. I was doing with Zach. It was Cult It or Can It.
Oh
That
yeah,
was the
yeah.
podcast back then.
Yeah, that was the first season. The second season was what was All New.
This is called All New Culture Cast, which we're
Yeah,
still
but
doing now.
It was with Zach and
Oh.
Nick.
Well, it was the Culture Cast.
Oh,
That's why
the
this
Culture
was
Cast
called-
with Zach and
Yeah,
Nick.
there we go.
Right. So we're in the third season right now.
I won't call it a season, but the third incarnation, and so far longest running. So
Yeah. Is it
There's
time
that.
for a reboot of Cult It or Can It?
no. I should try to see if those episodes are still like online anywhere.
Yeah.
I know the Culture Cast ones completely disappeared off the internet.
Oh yeah, what was Libsyn? Was it?
It was Libsyn, which we're still using, but it like when you cancel a show, they don't keep the episodes. And I called them to find out, like, all right, so if I re-up the show, will I get the old episodes back? And they're like, no.
They just
They've,
hung
like,
up on you.
They just no. They're very nice. They were just deleted off the server. And I'm like, fudge.
Yeah.
That's disappointing. Because I was just gonna when we were going to start it up, I was just going to continue where we left off. And I'm like, well, if we don't have those anymore, let's just start a brand new show.
Yeah.
Which is a terrible title. I never liked the All New Culture Cast, but I couldn't come up with anything more clever.
Yeah. So Cult It or Can It? What was the premise of it?
Almost exactly what we're doing here. We look at a movie that's kind of.
And you were
Zach
like,
started it.
can this be a cult movie or can it not be a cult movie?
Usually most of them are already cult movies, but I mean, cult movies I use in quotes.
Yeah.
But then at the end of it, our gimmick was, all right, do you want to cult this movie? Meaning like, yeah, this is good. It should have a following.
Yeah.
Or do you want to can it, like get rid of it? And
yeah.
So.
We should reform that into a segment.
We could. Why not? Embrace our origins.
Yeah.
And then one of these days, I'll scam Zach to get him back. I haven't talked to him in years. I'm sad about that.
Dude.
He's off living his life in Thailand right now, so good for him.
Hopefully, he still speaks English.
I would think so. He's not. He's at an America. Is he at America? I don't know what he's doing over there.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, he's been there.
Well, good for him. Good for him.
Good for him.
Yeah.
So.
Well, let's wrap this up.
All right. Well, thank you, Gorehound, for hopping on tonight. And Cuz, hopefully we'll see you next week if you're listening. I know you're not, but in case you are. And yeah, that's our show. So, Gorehound, thanks again. And for those of you listening, thanks for listening. And we'll see you next week when we talk about Twilight.
Hasta la
Have a-
vista.
You've been listening to the all-new Culture Cast. Follow us on X. Drop us a line at nick.culturecast@gmail.com. We can't promise we'll read it. Theme music by Dana Vodovaz. Check out their work on YouTube at Vodovaz Music Productions. This has been a Saltwater production. Thanks for listening.
I'm trying to rebuild this carburetor for the snowblower.
Okay.
So
How's that going?
I've given up on it twice.